The Detroit Lions are coming off a dominant performance against the Baltimore Ravens. They slayed the Ravens, man. A team and a game that I okey-doked. I picked the Ravens to win this when the schedule came out. I picked the Ravens to win this game just last week, Tuesday, a week ago. I looked at the stats. I thought about it. You know me, I'm a numbers guy. I said, wait a minute. Lions could do this. Ravens had the 31st ranked defense in the NFL. It's even worse after yesterday's performance. So I flipped the script, okey-doke, and I picked the Detroit Lions. And, man, I didn't disappoint. But today we're doing the power rankings, man, and we're going to stay committed. We've been doing the power rankings like clockwork every Tuesday, and we're going to keep that up today. Now, last week we had usually I call these and I watch them. I look at them blind, so I have not seen them because I want to do them in real time. So last week we were almost right. I think week 1 we knocked it out the park, and week 2 and 3 we were a high percentage. And without further ado, let's take a look, man. Here are the week 4 power rankings. Now, what we do is we try to figure out where the Detroit Lions land as compared to where they were last week. And then we look at the rest of the top 10. Now, you can see here from the header, NFL Power Rankings, week 4, the Lions and Chargers vault up into top 5, while the Colts cracked the top 10. So the Detroit Lions began the season at 5. They lost to the Green Bay Packers. They moved down to 8. They beat the Chicago Bears. They moved up to, I can't remember, 6. And I think that they are, let's take a look. Let's see. All right. So the Philadelphia Eagles were number 1. They're going to be number 1 today. Until they lose, they're going to be number 1. I'm going to say that they're number 1, and the Baltimore Ravens, both being undefeated, they are going to be, I'm sorry, not the Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, that they are number 2. So here we go. Number 1, Philadelphia, no surprise there. Number 2 still should be Buffalo, and it is going to be. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Last week, the Baltimore Ravens were number 3. They cannot be number 3 now after going to the wire with the Browns and how they had to beat them, how they lost to the Bills. They cannot be number 3. I just don't know if the Lions are as high as 3. I'm going to say that it's not going to be the Packers. I don't know who could be 3 because I'm looking at the NFL and I don't know who could be 3. I don't know if we've jumped up that high. I'm going to say number 3 is going to be the Chargers because they're undefeated. I'm going to take so it's either going to be 3 is Chargers, 4 is Lions. The Chargers, Lions, and one other team is going to be in here. So I'm going to take the Chargers. I feel like I'm missing a team, but I'm going to take oh, no. I should have went with my first mind, bro. This guy doesn't like the Lions. So I didn't know if the Lions would jump up to number 3. Yo, I should have said that. That's crazy. The Detroit Lions number 3, which means to me the Chargers got to be 4. The Chargers are 4, and I'm going to say the Packers are going to round out the top 5. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so the Detroit Lions, we'll look at that in a minute. Number 6 is going to be the Green Bay Packers, down 2 spots. Number 7 is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, dropping 4 spots from 3 to 7. Number 8 is going to be the Washington Commanders. They're having a tough start to the year. And number 9, the Indianapolis Colts. If they keep doing punt it for the first time on week 3, if they keep doing what they're doing, man, to see the Colts in the top 10 is fantastic. Shout out to Coach Syndicate, man, over there having a great time. And number 10 is going to be the Los Angeles Rams, down 3 spots from 7 to 10. So the Detroit, I kid you not, man. I started to always follow your first mind, man. Always do that because usually it's right. It's right. I almost said, but the only reason I didn't pick them to be 3 is because of how I was taking this guy and the way he picks the Lions and what he says on a week-to-week basis as to him using that logic and putting us lower than that. But I was like, he going to put somebody undefeated or something past us. So, hey, okay, is that Tampa Bay undefeated, but yet we're ahead of them? I mean, scoring What did we score? 90 points in the last 2 weeks? I think you got to do that. All right, here's what he had to say. So the Detroit Lions ranked third, up 3 spots, now 2-1. I think we can bury. Last week he was spot on, man. We agreed mostly last week. I think we can bury any coordinator concerns about John Morton and Kelvin Shepherd here and now. Repeatedly coming up with clutch plays in a hostile road environment that I should have been in. I'm telling you, man, my goal is to not to miss another between now and the Chicago game, another road game, bro, whatever it takes. The Lions delivered the first punch. The Ravens countered, landing a few haymakers too, but Detroit never came close to shriveling up, playing exceptional three-phase football and essentially beating the Ravens at their own game. 4 rushing TDs in Baltimore, 7 sacks of Lamar Jackson, 3 of 4 on fourth down. Elevated stuff, born out of coaching and preparation. There were a dozen players I could highlight, but please, out of respect to John and Kelvin, who called a brilliant game in the Monday Night Spotlight, can we now end the Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn question? That narrative is dead. Well, this right here was never a question, and this is what I be talking about, man. I know some of y'all can't stand me, some of you love me, but nobody was ever talking about this. Maybe he meant in his inner circle. This is the man that we were talking about up until last week, but we threw that out. But I did not change on Morton. I was going to give him the opportunity to show me what he had. We just got too many weapons. And I'm gonna tell you what, and I wanted to save this. I agree with most of the stuff he said, and I think I agree with the power rankings as well. Way to shoot. I mean, I'm surprised he put us that high. I'm gonna say this. John Morton, he was under a lot of scrutiny week 1. The whole team was. Everybody. Dan Campbell was. The entire team. Jared Goff. The whole team was under a lot of scrutiny. The way we came out, and we just weren't prepared for the Green Bay Packers. Right? The Micah Parsons had just got there literally like that week or the week before. The home crowd was crazy. We didn't play in the preseason. I think that we might need to take a series, maybe a quarter. I know it's dangerous, but listen, this is a dangerous sport. You can get hurt anytime, anytime throughout the year, you can be hurt. So I would like to see them play more in the preseason based off how crucial one game is. One game is crucial. We lost because right now we have the same record as the Packers. We have the same record as the Minnesota Vikings, I believe. So if we would have beat the Packers, then we would be in first place. But right now the Packers own the tiebreaker. So for me, I think every game is important. John Morton, the past 2 weeks, what I like about this guy is, and I saw it last night. We dismantled the Bears, so you really couldn't see it there. But one thing that he did that was different from that other guy, all right? I'm going to say the other guy when I don't feel like saying his full name. One thing that was different, there was a lot of things that was different, but I noticed this last night. What did we usually see with that other guy? He got cute. He got away from what was working. David Montgomery, who was a stud last night. Jahmyr Gibbs was bottled up for the most part. We got probably the best 1-2 punch literally in the National Football League at running back. What did that other guy used to do? He used to get away from what was working. Last year, the Washington Commanders had the 3rd worst rushing defense in the NFL. And what did that other guy do? He got cute. You could see Morton kind of swaying that way, kind of swaying to getting away from what was working, but he quickly brought it back. And I watched him adjust in real time. Instead of trying to be cute and cutesy, he did what was working. He did not shy away from it. He did not get away from it. As a matter of fact, he leaned to the strength of what was working. Gibbs, who is a dog, we all know that wasn't really happening yesterday. It wasn't his day. It was Monty's day. That other guy would get away from that. We would see more Gibbs, or if something was working, he would get away from it. He would do the opposite. He would have Jameson Williams throw a pass, right? So I saw that yesterday, and I was like, yo, I like this guy. Not only did he tell the whole world, we got this. I mean, the dude came out. I mean, I was listening. I was like, yo, you don't seem too excited, big dog. Like, you talking, you gonna have to back it up. Because he was like, it's an easy fix. When he talked about the woes of the offense against the Green Bay Packers, he said it's an easy fix. And we put up 90 points since then. So I got no more issues. I didn't really have any issues to begin with. You can go check the tape. I don't retract or back up on any, like, I will live by what I say. That's what I do, right? So I don't know why this was up, but I like this. I saw the adjustment yesterday. And Kelvin Shepherd, oh, come on. Can we talk about this man? I like what I saw there yesterday. I'm going to keep it real. I don't think Aaron Glenn was ever able to get 7 sacks. The game plan that he was calling yesterday, with knowing that, listen, I don't want to talk about this today, right? But my comment section is blowing up. My Twitter feed is blowing up, and we probably will have a discussion about it. But he did his thing. I'm not going to mention it because I'll save it for another video. I'm trying to really enjoy this win. I'm not trying to fight with Lions fans and all this other stuff, because some of y'all are extremely wishy-washy. It's like, oh, the sky is falling after this, or because we got 7 sacks, that might mean that the pass rush is fixed. And I want y'all to pump the brakes on that, but we'll talk about that later. I'm not going to get off. I'm not going to change, right? So you can't say this though. I've been right a lot. Okay. So I just go by what I see in numbers. But anyway, we wind up talking about it anyway. Kelvin Shepherd, man, I think that we have been saying for a while that the Detroit Lions needed a change of scenery. Now, the snake, that other guy, I would have kept him. That's before I knew what he really was, which is a snake in my boots. But Aaron Glenn, I think it was time to move on. It was just time to move on. It was time for a fresh face. It was kind of like that Anthony Lynn situation a couple years ago where we just, demoted him very early. But it was like, you know what? It was time for AG. I think we needed a fresh face in that room, and it is showing 100%. So I'm happy for AG over there. His first win is coming. He's going through that trauma, that turmoil that we were going through a couple years ago. So shout out to those two guys. I mean, Morton was like, hold my beer. Like, this is crazy. What a response. 90 points after putting up 13. And I am very curious to know right now if the Detroit Lions have the number 1 offense in the NFL. They were 3rd going into week 3. They're probably number 1, which is, I think we were 27th, something like that after week 1. So, we didn't skip a beat. We have that much talent on our team. All right, so I wanted to show you guys this. By the time you watch this video, these should be available, but if they're not, they will be available by the end of the day, okay? So check back and see. I'm going to upload this video, tag it, finish designing the site. Here are the cancer awareness shirts that are available now, or they should be available by the time you see this video. This is the hat, the Syndicate hat. This is the best-selling shirt. Oh, let me go back there. This is the best-selling shirt on the website. So we just, y'all love this design. This is the all grit inspired Skyline flex fitted hat. So that will be available starting today. We also have the blue Syndicate shirt that I probably should have worn so you guys can see it. That will be available today as well. And we are introducing hoodies. It is that time, man. The plan was always to have them launch in September, with the fall approaching very soon. These will now be for sale for the rest of the year. But I just wanted to wait until like September-ish, October to get them going, as well as the regular Syndicate hoodie with the traditional blue logo as well. Wanted to show you what I did too. If we go to there's my new profile page. I just decided to do it early since I'm going to be selling the merch. We went up and we changed everything for the month of September, October-ish. And then when November comes, we'll go back to the blue that everyone knows and loves. I think I got to bring that down just a little bit, that banner. But anyway, this was always the plan, man. Time to give back. Got the platform. And for me, this is just the beginning. To try to give back, you know what I'm saying? Using the platform to do some good, you know what I mean? So anyway, 20% of the proceeds will go to cancercare.org. You will see all that stuff in the description. And again, those should be available starting today, and they will go through the month of October. Also, the Davenport shirt, the I Believe in Davenport, will be discontinued on October 1st. I know he is set to come back. So if you want your Davenport shirt, all right, you need to get it between now and October 1st. So anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Listen, as we go into this thing, you guys have been watching me for long enough. You know that I'm a stand your ground type of dude. I did it with the Baltimore Ravens fans. I did it with y'all. We go back and forth all the time. To me, what you have to be is you have to stand on business. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I don't have any problem saying I'm wrong, right? And we'll get into that. We'll get into I'm not saying I'm wrong, but I just wanted to put this out there that I believe in standing on business. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong about this particular thing, but we'll get into that a little later. But I've never, you guys can, if you go check the tape, I've never been wishy-washy. I've always stood. I'm not taken aback by the performance from last night. It was fantastic, but it doesn't change my opinion on what we still need to do. All right. So I am a stand on business guy. I've always been that. And I think that's why I have earned the respect of being the top independent Detroit Lions creator in this space. I think that that's one of the reasons I've gotten there, right? Because I stand on business. I'm not afraid to make myself look foolish for the better part of my team. But the crazy part is I'm usually right. That's the crazy part, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. There's a reason I'm saying this stuff, because there's a video coming later that might stir up some controversy, man. I'll see y'all then.